First Nations definition and explanation. In the realm of diversity, equity and inclusion, DEI, understanding and addressing First Nations is crucial. First Nations is a significant aspect of this discourse, but what exactly does it entail? First Nations is a term primarily used in Canada to describe Indigenous peoples who are neither Métis nor Inuit. The term represents over 600 distinct nations and communities, each with unique cultures, languages, traditions, and histories. Recognized as one of the three Indigenous groups in Canada, alongside Métis and Inuit, First Nations are an integral part of the country's cultural fabric and history. In the realm of diversity, equity and inclusion, DEI, acknowledging First Nations is essential to fostering an inclusive society. Recognizing the unique identities, challenges and contributions of First Nations ensures that their voices are amplified and their rights upheld. This is especially significant in the context of reconciliation and addressing systemic inequalities faced by Indigenous communities. A notable example is the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada, TRC, which emphasized the need for reconciliation between Indigenous peoples and non-Indigenous Canadians. Many organizations now implement TRC's calls to action, such as fostering cultural competency training, recognizing First Nations land in public acknowledgements, and creating scholarship opportunities for Indigenous students. Advancing equity. Addressing the systemic barriers faced by First Nations ensures fair treatment and access to opportunities. Promoting inclusion. Celebrating the diversity of First Nations cultures enhances collective understanding and fosters a more inclusive environment. Building trust. Genuine engagement with First Nations communities builds trust and paves the way for meaningful partnerships. The term First Nations encompasses the rich diversity and resilience of Indigenous peoples in Canada. In the DEI context, recognizing and supporting First Nations is vital for creating equitable and inclusive spaces. Through education, advocacy, and action, individuals and organizations can contribute to meaningful change.